Hello, everyone. Welcome to Just Loving Budgeting. My name is Janae. On this channel, I discuss my personal finances. I go over my weekly paychecks, my monthly paychecks. I do weekly check-ins, and I am also on a debt-free journey. I have recently honed in on all of my expenses, and I have paid great attention to every single dollar that I spend. I'm currently doing a zero-based budget every week, and I am tracking every single transaction. So this week I will be doing a cash unstuffing for my paycheck number 4. I will be unstuffing my bills that are due this week, as well as all of the transactions that transpired this past week. So if that sounds of any interest to you, please stay tuned and continue to watch as I go through the bills that are currently due. So this is from my March 27th paycheck. My bills that are due is YouTube, American Express, Eline credit card, Capital One credit card, ADT is due, PayPal is due, as well as Apple. So we're about to go ahead and get started. First, I am going to unstuff my YouTube TV that is due. That is going to be $83. And then what I'm going to do, I have a handy dandy notebook. I'm just going to write down everything that I fund today to keep track of everything that's going to go right here. So first, I am going to do YouTube TV. In the amount of $83. So I'm going to go and unstuff my YouTube TV. And I'm going to unstuff $83. So I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 82, 83. So I'm going to put my singles here and my 20s here. And then I am going to cross this out to let myself know that it is funded. Next is going to be American Express. That is $40. So I'm going to think American Express is back here somewhere. Okay, so American Express is $40. So 10, 20, 30, 35, 40. And I'm going to unstuff it. So that's $40. And I have $8 left over. This $8 will be a surplus that will go towards my American Express because that's currently the credit card that I'm paying off right now. So any money that is over, I'll just add that to my balance. So I'll take this 8 and that'll be an extra payment on top of anything else that may be a surplus in my envelopes. So I'm going to write American Express here. And then I'm going to write 40 because I unstuffed 40. And then I am going to highlight that as being funded. Next is Eline. That is a credit card. That is $173. So I'm going to find it and I'm going to unstuff $173. So I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, and I said 173 and $3. 1, 2, and 3. So 173, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 71, 72, 73. So that's 173 that I'm unstuffing for Eline. And I have an extra budget, an extra $6 that was budgeted. So that too will be going towards my extra surplus. So I'm going to write down Eline in the amount of 173. And then I'm going to highlight that as being paid as well. Next is Capital One. My second Capital One in the amount of 184. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my yellow binder because that's where my Capital One 2 is. And I am going to unstuff 184. So that's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. So I have the exact amount, 184. So I'm going to unstuff it. And that is my Capital One Part 2. So I'm going to write Cap 1, number 2, as being funded in the amount of 184. And I'll make sure I cross it off here to let myself know that it's funded. Next is ADT, which I give to my, I give that to my husband, and he pays that. So I just cover ADT. So that is $68 I'm going to give him. That's 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68. Yes? Whenever you get ready. Huh? I'm making a video right now. So I'm going to write down ADT in the amount of $68. When you gonna be ready? Okay. And that's going to be ADT in the amount of $68. So I'm going to go ahead and cross ADT off right here. Next is going to be PayPal in the amount of $148. So I'm going to unstuff 148. So I have 100, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48. That's 148 for PayPal that I'm unstuffing. All right. So I'm going to write down PayPal in the amount of 148. And then I am going to highlight it out to let myself know that it's fully funded. Lastly, for bills due this week is going to be Apple in the amount of $34. So I am going to go to my Apple and I will unstuff the $34. So I have 10, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So that's $34 that will be going towards Apple. So I'm going to take these binders, put those back, and I am going to write Apple here, $34. And then I'm going to highlight it out to let myself know that it is funded. So I have funded currently bills due this week: YouTube TV, American Express, Elon, Capital One, number 2, ADT, PayPal, and Apple. Next, I will be going over money that was spent this week. I use my credit cards to make all of my payments. So I'm going to unstuff all of the transactions that I had this week. So the first transaction was from a store called Odds and Herbs, and it is a herb shop. I go there and I get like herbs for my immune system, PMS, just things to keep my body moving in motion and things to help me stay balanced, if you will. So I'm going to write Odds and Herbs to let myself know that it is funded. And then I'm going to go to my binder? My Health and Wellness binder, which I think, or my pink binder, which I think Health and Wellness is in here. Yep, Health and Wellness. And I am going to withdraw. I spent $45.12 at Odds and Herbs. So I'm going to withdraw $45 from Health and Wellness. So I am just going to put this 50 here, and then I'll just put a 5 back, and that'll cover that transaction. So currently I have 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 61, 62, $63 left in Health and Wellness. And then I'm going to highlight that out to let myself know that is covered. Next, I bought my husband something from Amazon in the amount of $24.37. So I'm going to go ahead and take that from the household envelope, and I'm going to take out $25. So I'm going to take out a 50 and then put 25 back here to cover that for household. And now I have 50, 70, 80, 85, 86 left in household. So I'll write here, husband, 25. And then I'll write Amazon to note that. And then I'm going to highlight it. Next is a medical copay that I had. I ended up paying cash because they were charging me to use my card. So I took out $35 cash to pay my medical expense. So that is already funded because I did use cash. Next is my eyebrows. I am on a monthly subscription with my eyebrow girl. So she takes $15 out of my account every month for my eyebrows. And then when I do go get them done, I just tip her. I'm going to go into my beauty envelope, and I am going to take out $15 to cover that expense for eyebrows. Actually, I'll just take out a 20, put in a 20 and take out a 5 for eyebrows. So I'll put that back. So then I'm going to write eyebrows here and then 15. And then I make sure I highlight that to let myself know that it's covered. Next is my daughter's tuition. Tuition this month for my final payment for the winter semester was $2,754.20. And then I owed them $40 from last semester from being on a payment plan. And then I paid them an extra $40 to make $80 to be on a payment plan for summer semester that's coming up. So this money came straight from my checking account, so it is funded. I will not be unstuffing that this week, but $80 I paid for education, and then $2,754.20 I paid for education as well. Next is Ulta. They had their 21-day of beauty sale, and I don't remember what I bought. I think I bought the Sol de Janeiro Bum oil or something. It was on sale. So that was $38.16. So I'm going to take that from my beauty binder, and I'm going to remove $38 from it. So let's see what I have here. Okay, I have a 20, a 10, a 5, and 3 singles. So that is going to be $38. So it's 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, $38 that I'm taking from beauty to cover this Ulta purchase. So I'm going to write here Ulta, and then I'm going to write 38. And I'm not doing the cents, I'm kind of rounding it down, or I'm rounding it up. Then I'm going to go back into my beauty envelope, and I went and got my hair done, and my hair is $70. I tipped her $10, and then I tipped the person that washed my hair $10 as well. So I spent a total of $90 on my hair, but I'm only going to unstuff 80 because I tipped the 10 in cash. So I'm going to go back in here, and I'm going to take out a $100 bill and give myself a 20 back to cover $80 because, like I said, the $10 tip was paid in cash. So I am going to write here, and I'm going to write 80. But like I said, I spent a total of 90, and I'm going to highlight that out. Next, I have an Amazon purchase. What did I buy? I think I bought latex gloves, and I bought dental floss. So I spent $12.83 on household. So I'm going to go ahead and take out $13 for household. So I'm going to go on my household items, and then I'm going to put in 15 and take out 2 singles to cover the $13. So that is it for household. So I'm going to write Amazon 13. And then next was my nails. I got my nails done and I spent $50, and I spent $50 cash. So that it's already covered, so I don't need to unstuff that. And then I went to Trentwood grocery store. I spent $34.98. And then I went to Kroger. I spent $51.94. I bought myself some roses, actually, because I've been making rose bouquets. That has been my hobby lately. So I put that under self-care. So I'm going to take this for my own spending money, $51.94. And then Kroger again, $71.66. So I'm going to unstuff these three, and I'm going to start with Trentwood. So I'm going to go into my food envelope, and I'm going to remove $35. Okay, so I'm going to take the 50, put the 50 here, and take out a 10 and a 5 to cover the $35. So I'm going to put here Trentwood. $35. And then I'm going to highlight that to let myself know that it's funded. And then I am going to take out $52 from my own money. So let me grab my wallet. So I am going to take out $54 from my own money. So that's going to be 20, 40, 50, 51, $52 for my flowers for self-care. I need to get me a self-care envelope going to so that I can cover purchases like that. And I'm going to insert how my bouquet came out. It's really nice. So that's going to be $52. So 2 20s here, a 10, 2 singles. So I'm going to write Kroger here, $52. And then I am going to highlight it to let myself know that it is funded. And then lastly, I had my last Kroger purchase in the amount of $71.66. I am going to unstuff $72 to cover that. So I'm going to grab my food envelope again and take out $72. So I am going to take out $100 and give myself $28 back. 26, 27, 28. All right. And that is my final expense for the week. I did pretty good. I think I did better than last week, but of course I spent more money because I had to pay for tuition. So let's see. Oh, Kroger 72 there, and then I'm going to highlight here. So then I am going to, let's see. So this month I spent $45.12 on health and wellness. I spent $24.37 on my husband. Medical, I spent $35. Beauty, I spent a total of $193.16. On my daughter's education, I spent $2,834.20. Household, I spent $12.83. Food, I spent $106.64, which is really, really good. I've been prepping my meals, and I've been brainstorming what we're going to eat at the cheapest rate. So I try to use what I already have and things like that. and I try to make meals stretch. So I did good with food for sure. And then lastly, I spent $51.94 on myself to buy myself some roses so I can practice making a bouquet. And it turned out really, really nice. I am definitely going to show you guys. And then I got to get a budget for that too, because it's something I really love to do. So I'm going to go ahead and count how much money was unstuffed in totality. So let's see, I have $300 here. I have 150 here. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I have 440 here. 130 here. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. 65 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 singles for a total of $1,105. So I will be taking this $1,105 and I will be putting it into my bank account in the morning, and then I will make sure everything is paid in its totality. Everything is written out right here already. And once I do make the payment, then I'll highlight it. So I highlight it to let myself know that it's funded, and then I highlight it to let myself know that it's paid as well. So that is it, you guys. That is my cash unstuffing on top of what I spent this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please consider subscribing, like the video, and comment at the bottom to let me know how much you spent this week. Did you spend too much? Could you do better? What categories could you do better in? Are there any envelopes that you need to get started to fund certain things? Have you guys thought about summertime? Like me, I like to do a lot of things outdoors, so I have to get me a summer envelope to buy all of my flowers and my plants and my things. So that's what I'm working on as well. So just let me know down in the comments. So that is it, guys. I will see you in my next video, which will more than likely be a weekly paycheck budget with me. But that's it, guys. So I'll see you in the next one. If you're still with me, go ahead and drop a green heart, and I'll talk to you guys later.